see how to do this. Hi, girls. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Form 2 class. Okay, and this is still on Chapter 2, Expansion and Factorization. Now, as we have gone through our PowerPoints in the previous weeks, we are now going to attempt questions from your activity books. You know, the ones that you use in school or even the ones that you buy. Okay, so let's look at this question. Expand each of the following expression. So we look at here, d minus 2e and then it's squared. Now, if I say 2 squared, it means 2 times 2, right? So if a whole expression is squared, it literally means I have to do this. I have to take d minus 2e, close the bracket, and then open it again, d minus 2e, that is how it goes, and then minus 2, and then there's a bracket, d plus e. You see that? Can you see me writing there, girls? Can you have a thumbs up if you girls can see that? Okay? All right, good. So this is where how you start. Okay, of course, don't forget you got to start here with the equals first. So you have literally at this part, you haven't opened the bracket, you have written it already for you to open next. So what do? Go next line, start with the equals. So now you do your expansion. So remember the arrows, d times d. So I'm going to get d squared. Okay, so I'm going to put my squared. It's a bit difficult to put it, in compute d squared. Okay, I'm going to write it. Okay, hold on. So it's going to be equals to d squared. Okay, gosh, handwriting is so bad. D squared. All right, then d will multiply with 2e. Come on, all of you try to put in the answers now. Minus 2de. Can you see that? Okay, 2e times d is 2de. And then go to negative 2e times d. So again, minus 2 de, again it's de. And finally, negative times negative, 2e times 2e will become positive 4e squared. But don't forget, you have got this part as well, minus negative 2 times d is 2d. And then minus plus negative times positive, you're going to get negative 2e. You see that? It's kind of a long. It's really long, but it's doable. Okay? Negative 2d minus 2d will give you negative 4de. Okay, and then don't forget the d squared is here. And then plus 4e squared. So you just keep it. You can't do anything. 4e squared. And then minus 2d. Also, you can't do anything. There's no 2d elsewhere. Minus 2e. That's it. It looks really long. It looks really confusing. But this is your answer. Now, why do we have so many terms? None of these terms are literally the same. D squared is not the same as D. So you cannot combine. The only term you could combine here was this fella, 2DE. That is why it became 4DE. And then the 4E squared, there is no friends for it to combine. It's not the same as 2E. So you just copy it back. Minus 2D, there is no D alone, so copy it back. Minus 2E, there is no E alone, so copy it back. Do you understand? So your books, the sad thing about your books is they give you tough questions right at the beginning. But it's okay, you have already learned, so you can do it. Can I have a thumbs up if you understood this and have copied this already on your side? Okay, good. Let's do this. This looks a bit easier. It looks a bit easier because it doesn't have that extra at the back to deal with. So obviously this is easy. So all you need to do is, okay, start with an equals there. So you open up your bracket, 2f plus g. And then when you mean, what you mean by square is you open up again another bracket, 2f plus g. Got it? Now you expand this. Now how do you expand? You remember we did this? First term times the first term. P4, first. So 2 times 2 will become 4. F times F will become F squared. Okay, 2F squared. And then first term times with the last term. 2F times G. And it's a positive. So it's 2FG. Got it? Now the term inside, G times 2F. So it's also positive. So plus 2FG, again, FG. And then G times G, and that will give you G squared. Now, there is a reason why you are learning this, okay, or why you actually really have to do this. Now, before I say that, look at this term in the middle. This term, you can add easily because they are the same. The first term is the product of the first two terms. The last term is the product. Product means multiplier of the G, the last two terms. And the center one, you add them. You add them, you will get 2FG plus 2FG, you'll get 4FG. You see? Okay, because now, and then this will be 4F squared plus 4FG plus G squared. Do you understand this? Can I have a thumbs up if you girls can understand this one? Okay, so now I want you to do something, okay? So let's try the next question. Tell me, if I'm going to expand this, what's going to happen? Try it and put it in the chat now. M times P. So it will become MP plus M times 3Q. I'm giving you time, girls. So try to put it 3MQ. Okay. And then 2N plus P. So plus 2NP. And then 2N times 3Q plus 6NQ. None of these terms are the same. So you cannot add or subtract or do anything anymore. You got to leave it like that. Do you understand? So earlier we were working with numbers. It was easier with numbers. That's all. For example, 1 plus A squared. We had examples like that. So 1 times 1, and you had numbers. This time, no numbers. It is all unknowns. But you still have to do the same kind of multiplication. So, first term times with the first term, I get MP. First term times with the outer term, 3MQ. Inner terms times with the first term, 2NP. And finally, last term times with last term, 2 times 3, 6. And then follow the N, follow the Q. Do you see that? So this is your answer for number 3. Okay? All right. Now, simplify this. So you see, there's an extra minus x squared at the back. That's all, which you need to pay attention to. So do this first. Do the bracket first. But don't forget this fella at the back. That's all. Okay? So to do the bracket, again, draw your arrows to help you. X with X, X with 2y. Then negative 2y with X and negative 2y with positive 2y. Do you understand? Okay, this is the same thing you got to do all the time when you want to expand. So what I'm going to get, x with x, I'm going to get x squared. Okay? And then x with 2y. So it's a positive 2y. So plus 2xy. Then minus 2xy. Can you see? And then negative times positive, it's negative. 2 times 2, it's 4. And then this is 4y squared. But don't forget, you have a minus x squared, isn't it? So minus x squared. Now, look at your term. X squared minus x squared. That's just like 3 minus 3. Answer will be 0. So x squared minus x squared will cancel off, become 0. Positive 2xy minus 2xy is just like positive 2 minus 2. It also ends up with 0. So this positive 2xy and this minus 2xy will also cancel off and become 0. You are left now with only one term, which is negative 4y squared. That's it. Negative 4y squared. Do you think this is a bit challenging now? How do you think? Do you think you can do this? How, girls? Happy? Confused? Tell me something. How do you feel now? Not bad, not bad. It's like, okay, not bad, not bad. I like that kind of feedback. Not bad, not bad. Okay. How about Fatin? Natasha? Durgashini, you feel okay with this? All right, okay. You see, again, it's just exposure. Okay, it's not too bad. Good. If you girls say this means you are good. All right. So again, practice, huh? Okay, this time, you see, it's all alphabets. It's all unknowns. M times with MN. What am I going to get? M&Ms. No. You're going to get M squared because M times M, I'm going to give you M squared and then you follow the N. That's it. And then M times with 2N. So this is a positive sign. So you put plus 2MN. And then this one. N times with MN. So it's again positive. M, because M comes first. Then N squared. Can you see? N times N will give you N squared. And finally, plus N times 2N. So 2N squared. If you keep on doing this, you will get it. Please, girls, you definitely need to print this. I hope it's printed on your site. Okay, and you are doing it here. Okay, this is how you solve it. Okay, so at this point, you can't do anything because none of these terms are the same. You see, this fella is m squared n. This one is mn squared. This is 2mn and this is n squared alone. So none of them are the same, means none can be combined. It just has to leave like that. That's it. Until you know, you put in a value for the m, you put in the value for the n, then it changes. Then you get the answer. Clear? Now let's see this fella. Now this one is not that bad. It's not that bad because there's no double brackets to multiply. It's just this negative 4a must be multiplied with all this term inside here. And then this negative 3b will multiply with this and will also multiply with this. That's all. So what happens? The only thing here is you got to deal with negative numbers and squares. So what happens here? Equals negative 4a times a. Negative 4a squared. Got it? And then negative 4a times negative b. So now negative and negative will make it a positive. 4a times b would be 4ab. Okay? And then go here, negative 3 times b squared. So negative 3b squared. And then negative 3 times positive 2. So it's a negative. 3 times 2 would be 6. And then AB follows. Now, can you see AB? There's positive 4AB and there is a negative 6AB. These two can be combined. You see that? These two can be combined. So now you write back negative 4A squared, the first term. Okay, you write it back. Now, tell me, girls, put in chat, what happens when I have positive 4 minus negative minus 6? What do I get? Very good. So it's negative 2AB. Don't forget the AB, yeah? And then minus 3B squared. That's how you do this. Have you all done this in school? Are you all in this topic in school? I don't think so. But you'll get to this. Eventually, your teacher will come here, and I hope by then, it's not going to be too difficult for you. Okay? That's what I hope. You see, you're going to learn doubles. Somehow or other, you learn at tuition, then you go to school, you learn. It's like a revision for you in school. So that's why I want to be a little ahead than your school. Okay? We move a bit faster. So that come your schoolwork, you are able to do it. Trust me, you will be able. Okay? If you can do this already, you already considered good for this topic. Okay? Now, let's see number C now. Okay, try now. Okay, try to put in into chat. What would this answer look like? Sorry, there are firecrackers going on. Cheng Beng. Okay, can be a bit disruptive. So 2 will multiply with the x. 2 will multiply with the 2xy. Tell me what happens now. So this is going to be, start with an equals. I'm going to type here 2 times x, you get 2x, plus 2 times 2, you're going to get 4xy, and then minus 3xy. That's it. But that xy, xy can be combined. Now I'll have 2x, it's like a positive 4 minus 3. So it's plus 1xy, and 1 I don't have to write, so I just say xy. Do you see that? It's become simple already now. Can you see? Do you understand this? Okay. So that's C. Pretty easy. Now, how about D? Okay, let's do D now. So again, start with your equals down. 3 will multiply with A, will give you 3A. Plus 3 will multiply with B, will give you 3B. Plus 5 will multiply with 2A, will give you 10A. And 5 will multiply with negative 4, so that will give you a negative number. And that will be negative 20 and put a B. You see that? Now, group the like terms together. The like terms is A and A, B and B. All right? So now you're going to have 3A plus 10A. I'm going to have 13A. And then 3B minus 20B. It's like positive 3 minus 20. So you're going to get negative 17B. Do you understand? Now is this better? I think the earlier questions were a bit more difficult. It's getting a bit easier. Can you see? With numbers, it becomes easy because you are so good at multiplication. You see? Yes or not? Okay, can I clear the drawing? Can you give me a thumbs up if I'm good to go to the next page? All right. Natasha, Durgashini, okay, good. So now let's see next. What do we have? This book, I think, is from Sasbadi. I think so, Sasbadi tends to give quite kind of difficult and challenging questions. So that's why I took it. So let's do the most challenging you have in the market and let's conquer it. Okay? So conquer, I call it conquer maths. Okay. Now, N, let's do E, yeah? N will times with M. N will times with negative 5. 2 will times with M and Positive 2 will times with negative 5. What happens? Okay, girls, try on your side. It's equals to nm. Okay, which one comes first? M or n? KLMN. Oh, mn first. mn. Okay. And then n will times with negative 5, giving you negative 5n. And then plus 2m and minus 10. Can you see? None of these terms are the same, so you cannot simplify. You cannot do anything anymore. You have got to leave it here. When do you decide when to leave it? When none of the terms are the same. One is m, one is n, one is mn. None of them are the same. Got it? Okay, so now let's do this one. P will multiply with PQ. P will multiply with 2Q. Negative 2Q will multiply with PQ. Negative 2Q will multiply with positive 2Q. Multiply, remember that. So what happens? P will times with PQ. That will give you P squared Q. That's the first term. Okay? P multiply with 2Q. So this will be plus 2PQ. Then minus negative 2 times negative 2Q times PQ. So it's minus 2P, but Q is squared. Be careful. They always want to give you tricky questions. And negative 2 times positive 2 will be negative 4. Then worry about the unknown. Q times Q will be Q squared. None of the terms are the same, so you got to leave it like that. This is what's called expansion. Okay? This is expansion. Got it? It becomes a bit difficult when you have too many unknowns. That's all. But if you know what you're doing, you're very clear in your mind, then this is not an issue already. If you know this first term times the first term times the second term times the first term, second term times the last term. If you do this all the time, you are safe. Okay? Let's see this. Now, these guys, these fillers, they have got only one term outside the bracket, so it has to multiply with every term inside the bracket. 4 with negative 4m squared, 4 with mn. Same goes for this, negative 5 times 3m, negative 5 times 2n. And then negative 7 times 2mn, and negative 7 times n squared. Now, I'm done talking, girls. I want you to put in your answer for G in the chat. All of you. Try now, okay? Put in answers for G now. I want to see your answer now. Okay, I'm going to share with you a link in which you can actually write with a pen. Okay, but the problem is you can't see the question then. So if it's just chat and you need to write the square, you just put the number 2 and I will understand. Okay, that 2 means it's 2 squared. Is that your answer, Fatin? Okay, Fatin gave an answer. Let's see. All right, how about the rest? For G, yeah? Okay, try doing. As I told you, 2m will multiply with every term. Okay, Durgashini gave the answer there. If I read it right, Durgashini, it sounds like 2m minus n plus 10m squared plus 4mn. Am I right? So let's see. I want to see all your answers first. And then Gloria gave 2mn plus 2. My goodness, darlings, you're all giving me different answers. And now I must really test you. Okay? All right, don't worry. We'll do it together. Okay? And how about who else is here? Natasha, left with you. Let's see whose answer is correct. Okay? So I'm going to do now. All right. 2m times negative n. Can you see it's a negative n, right? So it will become negative 2mn. Okay, fine. This is negative 2mn. Then 2m times 3m, and that's a positive, so it's positive 6m squared. Okay, positive 6m squared. And then 4 times negative m squared, that means I'm going to get negative 4m squared. Okay, and then finally 4 will times with mn, and that's going to give me a positive 4mn. Now, the good thing here is there are like terms. What are the like terms? The like terms are 2mn and 4mn, 6m squared and 4m squared. So they are all like terms. So now I can really simplify this. Negative 2 plus 4. So it's negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. So I'll have 2mn. And then 6m squared minus 4m squared. So it's 6 minus 4. So it's positive 2. So it's plus 2m squared. So who got this answer? Yeah, we'll all get confused with the negative. That's the whole thing. They make your life complicated. Okay? So your negative knowledge has to be so good. Really good. So who got this? 2m squared, 2mn plus 2m squared. Gloria, almost there. But you missed out the m squared there. Fatin, 2mn plus 2m squared. Good job, girl. I see your answer. Well done. Okay. See? Same terms, combine. Okay? Work the maths for the same terms. All right. Now your turn. You guys, you girls do this. Okay. Negative 5mn times 3m. And then go on, expand. Negative 5 times 2n. Negative 7 times 2mn. Negative 7 times negative n squared. Tell me what happens and finally what happens. Okay, all of you, try. Put in answers in the chat, huh? All right. I think you guys are halfway doing it through. Okay, Fatin gave an answer. Let's see, huh? All of you put in your answers, huh? Negative 5 times 3 would be 15 here. See, I haven't simplified yet, so you cannot really take it. NM, okay? Trying to write as neat as possible. Negative 5 times positive 2, so it's negative 5 times 2, 10. N times n is going to be n squared, darlings, okay? And then go to this part. Negative 7 times 2 would be 14. And then mn. Mn is the same as nm, so I can put nm also. So that shows it's a like term. nm, nm, okay? And then negative times negative, it's a positive 7 n squared. So there are two like terms here. The first one is negative 15 nm and negative 14 nm. Get them both together, you're going to get negative 29 mn. I see your answers coming in, right? Okay. And then the second part, negative 10 n squared plus 7. So you're still at negative, and plus 7, you're going to be at negative 3 still. Since negative 10 plus 7 is negative 3. And then n squared will just follow. Very good. Fatin, negative 29 mn minus 3n squared. Good. Natasha, negative 29 mn minus 3n squared. Good. Durkashini only don't know where. Okay. I don't know where you have gone to that answer, but do you understand this now? Can you see this? Your answer ought to have been this. Okay, girl? See, I just bring this in, okay, and I get 15 nm minus 10 n squared, and then this one, negative 14 nm plus 7 n squared. So my n squared and n squared will combine together. My 15 nm and 14 nm will give me negative 29 nm. You forgot that part. And then, girl, negative 7. I know where your mistake is. Negative 10, it's not minus 7, you know. It's negative 10 plus 7. So, you'll be reaching negative 3. Do you understand now? It's your negative numbers. Confusion with negative numbers. Clear? Okay, good. Girls are doing great. Now, let's go further. Next question. All of you, try this now. 2e plus 1 squared. Open it up. But you also forgot your mn earlier, okay, in your answer. Okay, now all of you do number 5 here on your screen. 2e plus 1 squared. Squared means you know now what to do. Use the same bracket, you repeat it again. So literally, you're going to expand the bracket. You're going to write here 2e plus 1. This is your first step. Again, copy back the bracket, 2e plus 1. That's what you do. Okay? Then start multiplying like what you have done. 2e times 2e, 2e times 1. 1 times 2e, 1 times 1. With numbers, sometimes it's so much easier. Very good. Bagus. Fatin. Okay. Well done. I see Fatin has given an answer. How about the rest? You see, the more and more you do this, there is something you will come to realize about this topic. Okay? And then when someone teaches you the formula, you will go like, there's a formula to this. Okay? So now I'm going to actually teach you the formula. But before teaching you the formula, let's expand it. Okay? Like what you have done. So, yes, all your answers are correct, darling. So you're going to get over here, okay, 2e times 2e, you're going to get 4e squared. So that's your first term. And then 2e times 1, that's going to be plus 2e. Then you're going to have again 1 times 2e. So that's another plus 2e. And finally, you're going to have 1 times 1, and that's plus 1. And then this same term is going to be grouped together. So this is 4e squared plus 4e plus 1. This is the simplest algebraic expression. Durgashini, well done. Gloria, well done. Fatin, well done. Natasha, are you okay? All right, could you get this? Now listen very carefully. There is a formula to answer this question. Okay? The formula goes like this. You remember always I tell you first term, second term, first term, second term. 2e is the first term. 1 is the second term. Now, instead of telling first and second, I'm going to say it as A and B. So this is your A and this is your B. This is your A and this is your B. Got it? Now, the formula goes like this. To expand a bracket, okay, to expand a bracket, you follow this formula called, okay, you follow this, you see carefully. If it's a plus sign, you see the plus sign. So your formula goes like this. The formula goes like, you just have to take a squared plus, follow the sign, 2ab plus b squared. Can you repeat that again on your own? A squared plus 2ab plus b squared. What does it mean? Look at your bracket. This is your A and this one is your B. So A squared means 2e times 2e. I will get 4e squared. Do you understand? Now plus 2ab. A is 2e, B is 1. So 2e times 1 is 2e, and that 1 times 2, it's 4e. And then plus with b squared, 1 times 1, 1. That's your formula. So when you know your formula, you actually can work it out, put it into the values, and straight away get your answer. Do you understand? Your teacher will teach you this eventually. Okay, so don't get a shock when you look at it. All right, now I'm going to solve this one using formula. But there is one little difference. This fellow was a positive. Can you see? Inside the bracket in between, there's a positive. Whereas this one is a negative. So what's going to happen is the formula is still the same. But the formula, the positive here, will change to become a negative. That's all. So this one, hold on, will become negative. So what is a squared? This is your a. Can you guys tell me what is 4r times 4r? I'm going to get 16 r squared. You see that? Now, I have to use a minus because inside here is a minus. So, minus 2ab. Your a is 4r, your b is s. And that will times with 2. So, 4 times 2 will give you 8. And then you have r and you also have s. Okay, where did you get 24 from? I only got 16 word. 6a squared means 4r squared. Okay? That means 4r times 4r. So you get 16r squared. That is your a squared. Now minus 2ab. 2, a is 4r, b is s. So 2 times 4, it's 8. R and s is here. And then plus your b squared. Your b is s. So plus s squared. That's your answer. Some of you didn't write your s squared. All right, I don't. Oh, 24. Where did I see the 2, ma? You wrote 24r squared, Durgashini, plus 8rs. But there's also, don't forget, the s squared at the back. Okay, guys, it doesn't go in one lesson. It takes a couple of times you do it. Then only it goes in. So again, I repeat, the formula goes like this. A squared, if it's a minus sign here, you put a minus 2ab plus b squared. So what is your a and what is your b? This is your a and this is your b. Okay, that's what your a and b is. So let's try with this. Equals to 2x times 2x. That's your a squared. So that will give you 4x squared. Do you understand? follow the minus, then 2, okay, follow your 2, write your A. Your A is 2x. Write your B is 3y. Can you see that now? You write it down. If you don't understand, you write it down. And then the last part, don't forget, plus with b squared. 3y is your b. So b squared is 9y squared. You understand? Now the middle term only needs to be worked out. Here will be 4x squared. Now tell me, what is 2 times 2 times 3? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And then you have x, you have y. So this is 12xy. And then plus 9y squared. Isn't this beautiful when you have the formula? Makes life easy. Of course, you always have the option of doing it this way. 2x minus 3y. And then close the bracket, open up again, 2x minus 3y. Then draw your lines in and out. 2x times 2x. 2x times negative 3y. Negative 3y times 2x. Negative 3y times negative 3y. You will end up coming here. The same. Do you understand now, girls? What's happening? So you have used formula this time. You will see this as you go, as your teacher teaches you in school later, you will definitely come across this. So don't get shocked. Learn to use it right. Now, okay, we'll have to move on with this. Now for this one, girls, we are not going to use formula. Just do it the normal way. Okay? X times 2x. X times negative 5. 2 times 2x. 2 times negative 5. Put in chat. I want to see. Do for D, do it the normal way. Okay? No need to use formula now. Just do it the normal way. Tell me. I want to see your answers. Dapat or not? Can you get this or not? Okay? Try. All of you try and see, huh? Okay? I think I read Fatin's answer. Is it 2x squared minus x minus 10, Fatin? Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay? How about the rest? So I'm going to do it now, girls. So put in your answers when you get it, okay? So the first one will be x times 2x, and I'm going to get 2x squared. And then x times negative 5 is going to be minus 5x. And then 2 times 2x, positive 4x. And finally, 2 times negative 5 minus 10. So now I'll have 2x squared. Negative 5 plus 4, you end up with negative 1. Negative 1 means just x. 1x means x. And minus 10. Well done. 2x squared. I think, Natasha, you just missed that x. Negative 1x. But you don't have to write the 1. But you must write the x. Okay? Very good, Durgashini. Okay, so you see, girls, you can omit the 1, but you don't omit the x. The x is important. All right, it's negative 5 plus 4. So yes, I'm going to get negative 1. But negative 1 or 1 needn't be written. Okay? But you need to write the x. Okay? All right? Okay, good. Well done. Good job. So, girls, with that, I'm going to go on now to this part, E and F. Okay? Yeah. Let's do F. Let's skip our answer and let's do F. All of you tell me, what do you get now? Let's do F, okay? I'm skipping E, yeah? Just do F now. All of you try doing F. X times X. X times Y. Y times X. And Y times Y. This is another mysterious type of question. Okay? Tell me, what do you end up with when you work this out? Very good, Fatin. Well done. Good job. How about the rest? X times X, X squared. Okay? X times Y minus XY. Y times X, positive, huh? Plus XY. And then negative Y plus times positive Y minus Y squared. Very good, Natasha. So now this term is going to cancel off each other. It's just like negative 1 plus 1. Negative xy plus xy, you're going to get 0. So you're going to left with x squared minus y squared. This is the second or the third formula actually. Okay? So I'm going to recap the formulas for you guys. Okay? So hold on. I see Natasha and Fatin have answered. Durgashini and Gloria, do you guys understand? Have you guys reached here? Good. Okay, did you get x squared minus y squared? Durgashini, did you get this, ma? All right, if you got this, this is good. Okay. Uh, I put H, yeah. Where I got H here. Okay, all right, okay. All right, okay, no problem. As we know your careless mistakes, no problem. All right. Now, look at our third page. Now, in our third page, there are some word problems also. Okay. But before we go there, I believe this is a plus, okay? And I believe this is a minus. Okay, it's just a bit not so clear. This is a minus, this is a minus, and this is a minus. I'm just letting you girls know, okay? And this is a square, all right? Q minus P squared. Now, all of you, try G now. Definitely try G, okay? Brain is lagging. No lah, no lah. You know, I understand when you learn math so late, you're tired. Okay. So let's do it together, girls. Okay. 2p times 2p. So I'm going to get 4. And then I'm going to have p squared. Good. 2p times negative q. So minus 2pq. Got it? And then q times 2p. And that's a positive. Plus 2pq. And then finally, negative times positive, it will be a negative q squared. Can you see that? Now, this will cancel off with each other. Negative 2pq plus 2pq, leaving you with just 4p squared minus q squared. All right? Okay? So that's our answer. That's where you should have got it. Okay, now. You see now, let's clear this. Okay, hey, guys, did you copy this or not? Do you have it on your side? Okay, ready? Can I erase? Boleh? So far, so good. Okay. Now, I'm going to actually, I'll have to go a bit faster now. So I'm going to skip this H and let's move on to the word problems. Let's try the word problems. Okay. Get a bit smaller screen. Okay. All right. The diagram shows 3 quadrilaterals. Now, where do I see the 3? I only see 2. Hold on. Y is a square. Oh, girls. I'm sorry. It's really not printed out. This is Y. Okay. Can you see Y? Okay, Y is a square. Fine. You know what is square, isn't it? You learned already in primary school, kan? Square means both sides are the same. And Z and X are rectangles. Good. So Z and X are rectangles. So if this is the same, this is the same. We do not know about this yet. All right. So they ask you to calculate the area of Y in centimeters squared. All right. But what have they given you? They have given you the length of this, which is A. They have given you the length of Z, which is C. Now, how do I find the length of Y? Anybody got any idea? Put in the chat. How do I find? Now, just remember, girls, there's no numbers here. Literally, there's no numbers. But how do I find out how much or how to get Y? Your clue is use algebra. How do I find out Y? What is the formula for Y? Put in chat. I want to see siapa dapat. I only have 2 alphabets to help me. One is A, one is C. Using A and C, how to find the length of Y? Come on. Start thinking a little bit. A is from here until here. C, it's from here until here. Can you see? So now I want to find from here until here. That's all. I only want to find this distance. Very good, Fatin. How about the rest? How about the rest? How do I find this length? Come on, girls. It's a simple thing. The whole thing is A. From here until here. I hope you're looking at the drawing. And then from here until here, it's C. So if I want to find what is this, I have to take A minus my C. Common sense. Very good. Do you see that? And that is going to be my length of Y. So let me ask you. If you know, if let's say you know this is 5. How do I find the area? 5 times 5. Correct? And I get 25. Now, instead of 5, I only have the knowledge of this 5 being A minus C. This length is just A, put a bracket, A minus C, instead of a number 5. Very good, Fatin. So now we go down, we go to our question. We write area equals to A minus C squared. So open the bracket again, A minus C, and solve it. Open it up. A squared, remember, just now you can use formula, but never mind. You don't want to use formula, also fine. So what do I get? A squared, okay, minus 2AC, I'm going to use formula, plus C squared. That's going to be my answer. You see, A minus C. The inside is a negative. So your formula will also follow negative. First term, squared, minus 2. The first term and the second term. And then plus C squared. You open the bracket up. And this is where your formula is. So you see, you found the formula. Got it? Now, next question. What is the total area, again, the total area of Y and Z in centimeters squared? My goodness. How to find y and z in centimeters squared? Now, there's one information here that I'm not very sure of, which is the height. Height also we know, correct? Because we know already what just now. Remember, this one is a minus c. That means this one is also a minus c. So your height for z, it's a minus c. And your height for the other one is also a minus c. Can you see that? So how are you going to find the area for z, for x? Take a multiplied with a minus c. How do you find area for z? Take c multiplied with a minus c. How do you find a combined area for both? Take this times this plus with a minus c times c. Do you understand? You remember when in primary you learn combined shapes, combined areas, but instead of numbers, you deal with algebra here. You see, your second question is find the total area of y and z. Oh, sorry girls, y and z, not x and z. I got it wrong. Okay, here. Y and z, not x and z. Okay, so this is y. Still, we are almost there. Okay, y and z. So just now, we know that this is a minus c. The a minus c is going to be there. Okay, this is also a minus c. Close bracket. Understand? Now, this fella is also going to be a minus c, the height on this side for z. So now, how do I calculate the volume? The area. Area is equals to a minus c squared. Okay, the first one, a minus c squared. That's for the first one for y. Plus with c times a minus c. That's your main formula. Then you open up, you simplify, you put back all together, and that's your answer. Do you understand what's happening? Can you get it? Now, work this out. Work this fella out and tell me what's your answer. Okay, that will be the last for today. All right, work this out. Work this out and tell me what's your answer in the chat. We got one more question there. Huh? Okay. Can or not, girls? Okay, let's see. This is going to be a squared minus 2ac minus c squared plus ac. Can you see a times c is ac? And then c times negative c, it's minus c squared. Can you see that? So I'm having some like terms here, 2ac and ac. Can you see that? So now I'm going to have a squared. What is negative 2 plus 1? It's going to be negative 1. So it's negative 1, and I don't have to write negative 1. So it's ac. Okay. And then what is negative c squared minus c squared? It's negative 1 minus negative 1, minus 1. So it's minus 2c squared. That's your answer. Let's see who got it. A squared minus ac. But Fatin, you forgot the last part here. C squared minus c squared. Can you see? So it's minus 2c squared. Do you understand? Okay? All right. Now, the last part of this is already what? Band 4, band 5, huh? You can solve this is already band 4, band 5. This is band 4. Come to the last question already band 5. This is word problems. The minute you have word problems, you are already in band 4, band 5, or band 6, depending on the question. Okay? So this is how you expand. It's not that easy, but if you can do it, it's absolutely fantastic. You guys will do well. Now, if the perimeter of X, so they're telling the perimeter of X is this, 2A plus 2B, what is the area of X? You see, do you know the relationship between perimeter and area? So, perimeter means you go around. According to the question, that one is A. The area up here is A. So I'm going to draw it back again. Hold on. Let me draw a nice rectangle. Here. Okay. I'm talking about X, right? So this is supposed to be A. Okay. Now, only if I know what is this, I can find my area. However, they are telling me that the perimeter is 2A plus 2B. Now, how do I get a perimeter? Perimeter must be going around. So it must be this. From here, I start A plus. I do not know this side. So I put here maybe B because they have given me B. So plus B. And perimeter, I must plus back again the A at the bottom. Plus A. And then plus with B again. So I come back here. So obviously, A plus A, it's 2A. B plus B, it's 2B. So now I can easily label my rectangle. This is A and this is B. So now can I find the area of the rectangle? Easy, isn't it? It's just A times B. So the area of the rectangle is just A times with B. Do you understand now? Do you understand this question, girls? It is a link between perimeter and area. Okay? Yeah, it's not that difficult, actually. So you work it out. You put this B yourself. Because there's only B that's given. Yeah, because length times height is what gives you area. Remember? There's no 4AB. Excuse me, sorry. Hello, girls. In a rectangle, if this is 10 and this is 5, what is my area? 10 times 5. Yes or not? Where got 4 times 10 times 5? Area, darling, area. Length times height. Perimeter only you go around. Remember, huh? So it's A plus B plus A plus B. That's how I get this. And from here, I get my formula. That's what they say. 2A plus 2B is the perimeter. So which means my side here must be just B. So area will be A times B. Do you understand now? Okay. Can I have a thumbs up if you understood this question? All right, good. So girls, what we have done here, it's only expansion, but we have completed our so-called school level kind of activity books. Tough ones, okay? I hope what you see in school will be easier than this. All right? I hope so, lah. Okay? So this is what you call expansion, but don't forget we have got another part which I have taught you last week will be factorization, and we will do it next week, complete it. Then after that, we move on to chapter 3. Okay? So just for you to remember, just a quick glance, okay? What is your factorization? It looks like this. Do you remember this? We did this last week. Okay. You took out the factors. Okay. So you were given a expression and then you take out. This is what we are going to do next week. So please go watch this video. Okay. I've already, I think, shared it in the group. So please watch it in case you forget. Because what we are going to do is going to be a bit more than what we have done. Like, it's just going to be like today's lesson. It's going to be from your book. So I'll send you the modules shortly, okay, for next week. All right. With that, I think I will end my session for today, girls. Okay, you have a good night, good rest. See you all next week. Okay? All right. So far, do you understand? Can you do this module? So please complete the module. All right?